Okie dokie.
What are my plans for launch? Well, besides just adjusting my sleep schedule so I wake up soon enough, and I'm going to have to start going to sleep 6 hours later than what I'm used to, and I'm just going to prepare all my food and yeah, just start playing the game right when it comes out, play as long as I possibly can. Would I skip lazy peons on Herod? Herod? Yeah, that's gonna be the busiest realm from my understanding. Even Blizzard even came out with a blue post just like a couple hours ago, saying that Herod is the largest server by far. But would I skip lazy peons on that? I don't know. Like I don't exactly know like how bad it's gonna be. Like, I mean, possibly. I just don't really know for sure. I mean, I would probably try to do it. Like, I'll try to like go around and see if I can get some. But if I can't, then yeah, I'll probably end up skipping it though.
Loktar.
Zug zug.
I'll be playing on Peggle. So yeah, about to step lazy, or no, we're turning in lazy peons.
Speak, friend. May your blades never dull.
Yeah, that's the benefit of doing lazy peons. Say you get the easy follow-up quest, you just get the pick in the cave, which is a very easy quest. And actually, in Classic WoW, the pick can be looted by anybody, like multiple people at the same time. And there's actually a few other quest objects in this game that are like that too. Like say like Benedict's chest on top of the fortress. You can have like, you know, as many people as you want looting that chest at the exact same time. Unlike private servers where you had to stand in a line. In Classic WoW, you don't need to do that. What is too loud? Is you say my mic is too loud? Noise in the background. What? Let me go try to fix that.
Shortstop, number 17, Ako Imamura.
I cannot cast that yet.
Alright, I have no idea why that video was playing on that computer. I don't even remember why that was even up on my webpage.
That spell is not ready. vehicle recharging.
How much time did I put into optimizing the Alliance Guide? A lot of time. Almost all last summer, I was spending 75 hours a week for like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 months in a row into my Alliance Guide. It was a ton of time and a ton of work, and I did put a lot of energy and effort into it to make sure it was a really good route. I also, when the beta came out, I definitely went through the beta and did a lot of updates during the beta as well. So the Alliance Guide is in really great shape. I'm really proud of my Alliance leveling guide. No, I do not go to any other day job. I currently am doing vanilla WoW, or well, classic WoW leveling guides full time. I've been doing so for the last 1.5 years. I think how efficient dungeon grinding will be for classic WoW is going to largely depend on like how good your guild is, like how good of groups you're able to find. If you're actually able to like be in a guild with like say a bunch of vanilla veterans and they all know how to do the dungeons very efficiently and effectively, and you got like really good team play and all that stuff, and I can see dungeon grinding to be pretty effective. But you're going to need to have good groups and stuff like that to make that happen though. So yeah, we're leaving the starting noob zone, going into Sengen, get some more quests. Is this video following my web guide step by step? Well, at one point in time, it did. The very first leveling guide I ever wrote was exactly based on this run. But over the years, over the last 12 years, I've done many, many, many tweaks to my Horde leveling guide. The routes have changed. I mean, not dramatically, but there is many changes everywhere in my Horde leveling guide. And so no, the video does not match the website guide anymore because the website guide is simply using better, more efficient, and updated routes than what's shown in this video. But yeah, at one point in time, it did. The very first version of my Horde leveling guide did use the exact same route that's shown in this video.
How you doing, man?
Relax. What you want? Okie dokie. See ya later. Later.
Come get the food. Greetings, man.
Skip all trade skills. I do first aid, but that's it though. I don't do the other professions. To make money, like in the later to get my mount, I usually have to borrow gold from players. Is what I usually have to do, like instead of using skinning or mining.
Brawlhall.
How do I survive financially? Well, I'm on a pretty much a big budget. Like I'm budgeting everything in my life. That's how I'm getting by right now, pretty much. And also a little bit of Twitch subs and Patreon supporters. That's how I'm pretty much getting by for the time being. But yeah, I am doing this full time. But yeah, all my time is spent just working on the leveling guide. So I don't need to go anywhere. I don't have a girlfriend to pay for or anything like that. So like, my life is kind of cheap. I don't need to buy anything or even drive anywhere. I don't even go anywhere. And yes, I do have a cat. Yes, I'm about to spam his emote in the channel.
Is still recharged. I need to get closer.
Which hunter pet am I going to use? Probably a cat. I mean, that's usually what I've been always using. You can also use an owl, especially if you're a night elf, but I'm not going to be going night elf. I'm going to be going troll hunter. So, yeah, I'd be picking up a cat once you get to the Barrens, which is also the same thing what I did in this run here. Yo, Mech Matt with $50 donation. Holy crap, thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Definitely do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Also, Lockdown with Twitch Prime sub. Thanks for subbing, and also Floorman, thanks for subbing with Tier 1.
How's that
Or control leveling speed. I don't really think there's like a huge difference. I like berserking a lot. Like, you know, it does speed up your attack rate, and I do think it can help a lot. And it can get you out of bad situations. It can possibly prevent you from dying.
Yeah. I cannot cast that. I cannot cast that yet. It's still recharging.
Also, just to let you guys know, this is going to be playing 24/7 for the next 10 days in a row. Because I'm going to be playing this. This video is 4 days and 20 hours long, but it's going to be played back to back twice. And right when it ends, Classic WoW is going to launch, and then that is when I'm actually going to start playing live on my channel for Classic launch. And also during the next 10 days, I'm going to be talking randomly on my mic. Like, I won't be talking 100% of the time, because obviously I'm going to be sleeping, I'm going to go grocery shopping, I need to make my food for Classic launch, I got a lot of guide work I need to do, there's a lot of other stuff I need to do, so the commentary is gonna probably be off and on randomly through the mic over the next 10 days, just to let you guys know.
The spell is not ready yet.
A countdown timer for my commentary? That's not a bad idea. I could maybe possibly do that. Thanks for the suggestion.
I cannot cast that yet.
Yeah, my alliance leveling guide from 1 to 60, well, 46 to 60 will be ready on Tuesday, which is on August 20th. For classic launch, I'm gonna be playing on the server called Paggle as a PvE realm, and I'll be doing a Troll Hunter, starting in Durgar.
I cannot accept.
Wand advice? I usually just check the auction house is what I always did. Just see what wands are available. Because I never really did professions, so I never really like made wands myself. So I was always just had to look in the auction house to see the best wands available. I don't really have like a guide on how to make them via professions. I just don't really know because I've always just skipped professions. Best money-making professions is skinning and mining. I guess you can do herbalism as well. Yeah, for my classic launch, I'll be streaming it and recording it locally, yes. There will be a local recording that will be a much higher quality that will upload to YouTube once the run is over.
That spell is not ready yet.
Heavy competition for speed running. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of other speed levelers gonna be on this time around. There's like a whole list of speed levelers that's gonna be playing on launch. I'm not the only one anymore. Back in the day, I was literally like the only one. But yeah, nowadays there's gonna be a whole list of people that I'm sure even some of them may even be better than me now. Play 4:3 ratio? No, it's gonna be HD 910. Yeah, 4:3 is a thing of the past, unfortunately. Well, I guess if you're speedrunning retro games, then you'll be still doing 4:3. Like old Super Nintendo and Nintendo and Sega Genesis and PlayStation, all that stuff's 4:3. You actually still see a lot of that on Twitch nowadays. That's why I streamed on Twitch for 4 years in a row, speedrunning Castlevania games. That was all 4:3.
Loktar.
Best pets on the Horde side. I mean, I still think cat is the best. It is hard to obtain an owl as a Horde. But I think wind serpents are not too bad.
For the horde.
I guess you could get away with the boar. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't have too much experience, like, using different pets.
Speak, friend.
I mean, if you can get the Rake in Mulgore early on, especially as like a turn hunter, then you are set for a while on that. Yo, Duckfist, fellow retro video game speedrunner. How's it going?
Some.
How to pronounce my name? Well, I mean, you can say it however you like. You can say, I usually say Jonah, but you can also say Joanna. I usually don't say Joanna. That's like the most common form, but Joanna sounds the most feminine. And I usually like to say Jonah simply because it sounds the least feminine. Since I'm a dude playing a female character, I usually like to just say Jonah.
What can I help you with? Go forth to victory.
But you can say it however you like, though. I don't really care. Yes, Man Cow. That was my first name that I've chosen. Wow, like my first like 3 characters I got the 60 with was Man Cow, and 2 of them, or maybe even 2 or 3 of them, were actually speed runs I got first to 60 with. Oh, that logout was because I had to set up data transfers to my other PC. Because I was recording this video, my hard drive gets filled up after like an hour and a half of gameplay. Like my hard drive gets completely filled up. So you're going to see me logging out like every hour and a half, simply because I had to transfer video files to my other PC to be compressed. Recording this video back in the day was not easy. I actually had to practice recording this. Like I had to spend like a whole day just practicing recording this video before the server came out.
Makra, for the Horde. Farewell.
Actually, that Nightbot command might be needing updated about saying mages are technically faster with their AoE grinding. Well, that's not... We don't know if that's true or not yet. $1,800 viewers. What is going on? This fortress can actually be pretty deadly, especially if you're like going in this solo. I actually did practice this fortress on classic beta doing solo attempts trying to kill Benedict at level 6, and I got it down pretty consistently actually, and I learned quite a bit doing it. I'm glad I actually did practice that too, because it is possible to die trying to kill Benedict at level 6 by yourself. But I got it down to where I was consistently able to do it like every single time I tried.
I cannot cast that.
Yes, my website traffic has increased quite a bit, especially during the stress test period of time. It was pretty high during the stress test. Actually, it's still kind of remaining high even till today. Like even when the beta's ended now, it's still kind of hanging up there.
That is still recharging.
My website gets around like 20,000 unique visitors a day and like 40,000 page loads is what I'm seeing right here. That's like over the last like week or so. Yeah, and I actually have no idea what classic launch numbers are going to be for that. Like, I'm like in the dark totally. Like, I don't really know for sure. I'm guessing maybe 50,000 unique visitors a day is my guess, but I don't really know for sure. You think 100,000 plus? I mean, there's a chance that might happen. Yes, I'm the real Jonah who wrote the original guide. Yes, I'm the same one who wrote the very first leveling guide for WoW, and still working on them till this day. Yep. Yo, 7 minutes ago, Liquid Flow has subbed with Twitch Prime. Sorry I missed that. Thank you very much for subbing.
I cannot cast
For classic launch, I think I'm going to get like 4 days and 10 hours, is my guess. I mean, somewhere around there. I think I'm going to be able to shave off like 10 hours, maybe more. I guess it depends on how many times I die or something.
that is still recharging.
How much slower is pure grinding? I actually don't really know. I don't really have any like times reported to me, nor have I ever done like a full 1 to 60 pure grind. But I think it might be. It would probably be like a couple hours slower, probably. I think. But there's also variables involved too. Like if you're doing mage AoE grinding, then you can possibly go faster than questing. But yeah, we don't like. I don't really have exact numbers for you right now.
Is still recharging. It is too is still recharging.
Yo, Fat Ferret with Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it.
That is still recharging.
Yeah, I remember actually during this run, I actually had a bit of trouble with the fortress here. Like, I had to take several attempts to try to kill Benedict at the top. It was definitely a struggle.
I haven't cast that yet.
Sidner, thanks for Twitch Prime sub. Really do appreciate it. Thank you.
I cannot cast that yet.
What server is this? This is Jubithos. This is actually an Australian server that launched in 2006. Yo, it's Miho. Thanks for his Twitch Prime sub.
That spell is not ready yet.
Is my guide only good for hunters? No, over the years, especially over the last year and a half, I've done a ton of work to make my guides more friendly and usable for every single class. And I've done that by moving elite quests that were only solvable by hunters to like later in the guide for all classes. I've done a lot of work in that regard. I also have recently added more class steps into my leveling guides. Like every single starting area includes all the class steps for every single class. And also the horde contains 1 to 60 for druid, warrior, and warlock. And right now the alliance just has a hunter from 12 to 60. But eventually there will be all classes implemented for both factions eventually. And yes, like I said, I have put more effort into making my guides more usable for all classes. Even if your class steps are not in the guide, it's still going to be usable for your class, much better than what my guides have been in the past. Yo, Zerch, thanks for Twitch Prime sub, really do appreciate it. Do I skip Echo Isles? No, I will be doing that here in like, I don't know, like half hour from now or something. Yo, King Dime. Yeah, the launch is coming up on August 26th, well, at least in the Eastern time zone. Well, actually, all North America is going to be on August 26th. And yeah, I'm going to be playing non-stop until I hit 60, which is probably going to be like, I don't know, 18 hours a day maybe, on average, I think. And yeah, I'm going to be streaming the entire thing, and also going to be recording locally at a higher quality, so I'll be able to upload that to YouTube. Do I have any roles? You mean like speedrun roles? No, there's like no roles. Like especially on a new server launch, there's simply no roles. Let's get the 60s as fast as possible. If you're gonna be doing an existing server, then if you want to submit your time to a specific like leaderboard or something, then that specific leaderboard may have specific roles in order for you to submit your time to. When did I, well, Classic was announced in, I think, November of 2017, and I started in December, which is like about a month after they announced it, because I just wanted to hurry up and finish what I was doing, and so I can jump on my next project. But yeah, as soon as they announced it, I immediately knew what I was going to do, was jump back on my leveling guides and start speedrunning this game again. But yeah, it was in December of 2017 when I really jumped back onto it. Yes, it was very shocking when they announced it was coming back out, because I actually did not think that they were going to announce it, especially after when what's his name said, you think you do, but you don't. As soon as he said that, like all hope was just like lost in my brain. I'm like, no way. But then yeah, they announced it's coming out, and that definitely blew me away for sure. How do I make a living? Well, I mean, from 2013 to 2017, I was a full-time streamer. I was barely getting by. I mean, I've been barely getting by over the last like 6 years or so. Mainly, I've just been on an extreme budget. I just don't really spend much money, and I mean that's pretty much it. I just don't really spend much. I do get some donations through Twitch and Patreon and stuff, so I have been getting by, like just barely.
Still recharged. That spell is
My Alliance guide will be available on August 20th, at least the 46 to 60 section.
That's still recharging.
Yeah, that warrior. Even just having one other player up here makes this so much easier to do. This is hard to solo. I mean, it is possible to solo because I did practice it in the beta. But like, if you just have one other player with you up here, this becomes a lot easier to do. Get a job like the rest of us. That's what my parents keep telling me. I don't know. I like to try adventures and stuff, like make leveling guide for a while.
Still recharging. I cannot cast that yet. It's still recharging.
So yeah, Classic WoW is going to launch worldwide at the exact same time. So that's going to make... So world firsts are going to be a thing for this. Like we will see who is world first to 60 by that player, hopefully posting when they get to 60 in the realm form with a screenshot. That's going to be how we're going to be able to validate it. Yo, the Chief, thanks for Twitch Prime sub. Really do appreciate it. Thank you. And also, I'm missing a few other subs. Tranny recently subbed 3 minutes ago. Duckfist also suffered 9 months in a row. Thank you. And Capit for List. Sub with tier 1. Mech Matt, sub with tier 1. Fiction SZ, Twitch Prime, thank you. Clorin Tix, thank you, Twitch Prime. Sorry, the thing is though, I only see sub alerts. I don't hear the sound effect for it, which is also throwing me off.
You cannot cast that yet. That spell is not ready yet.
Yeah, so the vanilla add-ons bot command is the add-ons I use for vanilla WoW during the speed run that you guys are watching.
I cannot cast that yet. That spell is not ready yet. I need to get closer.
Claw up ranks. Well, the first claw up rank is in Duratar. You get claw rank 2 from a Scorpiid. And then after the Scorpiid in Duratar, then I'll get claw rank 3, I think it is, and along the beach of Zoram Strand. And then after that, and I think I get one in Deathless from a Scorpion and Deathless, and then I get in Swamp of Sorrows I get Claw from a Crab. I think it's like Claw rank 6 from a Crab.
Strength and honor.
But all that stuff though is in my step-by-step leveling guide. If you choose Hunter for my step-by-step leveling guide, it will direct you to all those different pets to tame those abilities.
Strength and honor. Go forth.